At some random time, more than a third of Americans are on a specific diet, with weight reduction as the main explanation. Most will be frustrated because even if successful, the weight loss will always be regained within a few months. Today we are looking at 6 times dieting went terribly wrong. Luisel and Eliana Ramos. Luisel and Eliana Ramos are sisters from Uruguay, and they both are models. Luisel Ramos was born on April 12, 1984, and died on August 2, 2006, at the age of 22. While taking part in a fashion show. Shortly after stepping off the runway in a fashion show, she suffered a heart attack that took her life. According to her father, she hadn't eaten anything for several days leading up to her death. She was 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed less than 100 pounds at that time. For more than months, she had followed extreme dieting, only eating lettuce, green vegetables, and Diet Coke. Sadly, her extreme dieting took her life. Less than a year later, her sister Eliana Ramos, who was only 18 years old, passed away under a similar condition. On February 13, 2007. She was also a professional model. The cause of her death was also a heart attack from malnutrition. Her lifeless body was found at her grandparents' home. Jessica Lindsay. 18 years old Muay Thai fighter Jessica Lindsay from Perth, Australia, died from strict dieting that drastically lowered her water intake. She was a rising Muay Thai kickboxer, and she was training for an upcoming amateur bout. She was trying to make the 140-pound limit by strict dieting called water weight cutting. Water weight cutting is a way to temporarily lose weight quickly, so competitors can complete certain weight categories using by loading the body up with water, fasting, or vomiting. This water weight cutting is done by many combat athletes. Many health experts advise against it due to the strain it puts on the body. Jessica Lindsay's training involves sitting in a sauna, running in a sweatsuit, and sparring without drinking water. On November 10, she collapsed and her younger sister raised the alarm. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors found she had a heart rate of 180. She was admitted to intensive care, but there was nothing doctors could do to save her life. The cause of her death was extreme dehydration. Jacqueline Henson. 40 years old Jacqueline Henson was from Britain, and she was a mother of 5. In November 2008 she passed away after following a diet that emphasized water consumption. Her slimming consultant told her the more water you drink, the more weight you lose. This diet involves drinking 4 liters of water per day. But instead of consuming the recommended 4 liters over an entire day, she drinks 4 liters in less than 2 hours. This diet worked at first and managed to lose a couple of weight. But on November 14, after drinking the water, she complained of a headache. Later she collapsed, and her daughter found her unconscious in the bathroom and was taken to the hospital. Sadly, she passed away in the hospital from a swelling of the brain caused by saturating the body with too much water. Her husband, Mr. Henson, told, "I would like to discourage any women from doing this kind of crash diet. Even if you are healthy like my wife was, these diets can still be risky." Amber Girling. 17 years old Amber Girling is from England, and she was healthily weighed only 57 kilograms when girls at her school started picking on her curvy figure. She started dieting and exercising 3 days a week, but when she didn't lose weight fast enough, she started taking slimming pills. She was taking a combination of 4 different pills, totaling 90 capsules per week. Due to the high dose of pills, she started suffering excruciating stomach pain, while her skin turned a tilling yellow color. But by then she was addicted and had no plans to stop. Her sister finally convinced her to go to the hospital. She spends 5 months in hospital receiving treatment for her eating disorder. CG. 39 years old woman identified only as CG died after drinking a liter of soy sauce in 2 hours. A few years ago, social media users began promoting a soy sauce cleanse which involved drinking a liter of soy sauce in under 2 hours. People claimed that the soy sauce purged the body of toxins. She lost 24 pounds within 3 weeks after drinking a liter of soy sauce. For several months she has been only eating white bread and canned fish. After drinking a high level of soy sauce, her health began to turn worse day by day. One day her heart began to beat really fast, and she resisted the urge to drink water, even though soy sauce is extremely high in sodium and can dehydrate the body. She collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors determined that she was suffering from extremely high salt levels in the blood and in her stomach, which began sucking water from her muscles and organs. The salt soon reached her brain, causing shrinkage, which caused permanent brain damage. Doctors tried to rehydrate CG, but the damage was done. She stopped, began to move, speak, and swallow, and became brain dead. Charlotte Broad. Charlotte Broad was 32 years old, and she was the mother of two, who died after suffering from an eating disorder, which means she lived for years on a diet containing only kids' foods. Charlotte Broad wouldn't eat anything aside from onion crisps, poppadoms, and prawn crackers. Even as a child, she didn't consume any vegetables with her meals. Due to her poor diet, she was admitted to the hospital in 2019. She started vomiting so hard that her throat turned black whenever she ate or drank anything. On January 18th, she passed away from multiple organ failure as a result of prolonged malnutrition. This much is for today. Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.